محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله جهاد في سبيل الله Obama terrorist US state terror state US state terror state في سبيل الله نعرة تكبير نعرة تكبير محمد رسول الله There is no God but Allah. For we are the Muslims and we are the adherents of Islam, and we can tell you that you will never win the war because Islam is spreading in Europe, in America, and we are winning the war ideologically, militarily, economically.
Do not be fooled by your politicians. This is not about security. It's about a war against al-Islam. A war against belief. George Bush said this is a crusade. That wasn't a slip of the tongue. Tony Blair said, I prayed before I went to war. It is a religious war against the Muslims. Open your own eyes and look to the reality. We are fighting, or this government and the Americans are fighting against a belief. And you are doomed to failure. And I will say to you, how many young men of the British and the Americans have lost their lives, wasted their lives for nothing?
When attacks like 9/11 happen, it is not us that call for it. Rather, it is you who incite the Muslims to cause these events. Takbir! La ilaha illallah! Muhammad Rasulullah! The way! The whole team's on his way! Down, down, USA! Burn, burn, USA! Burn, burn, USA! Allah! Muhammad Rasulullah! Burn, burn, USA! Burn, burn, USA! Muslims rise up!
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Be all thanks to Almighty Allah. Those two targets had.
Jazakallah khair for the Sheikh and his message all the way from Lebanon, in Afghanistan, in Chechnya, in Azerbaijan, in the year.
Under Section 14 of the Public Order Act 1986, I believe that if you stay here, that there is serious risk of disorder and there may be serious damage to property and disruption to the life of the community.
Vanguards of democracy.
Okay? Therefore, I'm requiring you to move from here.
We've only come here to lay wreaths and show respects, and this is how we're treated. Unfortunately, MAC and the opposition, so to speak, and the Muslim extremists, they are never treated in this fashion. They won't even put their hands on them. They don't get searched, they don't get stopped, they don't get harassed. They definitely don't get dragged off in the back of police vans. You know, there's no sort of freedom of speech anymore.
Stand back and let them disrespect the dead. Disgusting.
Filthy scum. And this is how we're treated in modern day Britain. We are British citizens, we are treated like the enemy. We are treated like we are the terrorists, we are the terrorist sympathisers.
You have been given an order under Section 14 of the Public Order Act. You've been given direction. Please move peaceably on your own side. Right.
Just film.
Come on, lads. Back.
Whoa, watch the flowers. Whoa, watch the reed. Watch the reed.
What is it about? What about the victims? What about the victims, the British victims of 9/11?
You're allowing them to disgrace us in the eyes of our American allies, our brothers across the pond, sisters across the pond. You've just facilitated the complete humiliation of our whole country.